Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about my July and August empties. Part of August. I am doing this empties video right now because I am moving into a condo in about 2 weeks. That is a personal life update in case you're interested. I do have a more detailed blog post that I can link down below if you want to hear a few personal updates. But I really want to junk this stuff because I don't want to carry this to the new condo. So I'm actually filming this right at the start of August. Anyway, side note about the condo. I am so excited for this place. I cannot wait to paint it and move in. I am going to be doing some moving in vlogs, probably of the before shots of us painting the place and probably some after shots. I don't think I really want to film people helping me move as we're sweating and looking pretty gross. So I will be doing some vlogs and I hope you're excited for that because I've personally started to get very interested in moving vlogs, and it's probably only because I'm moving into a new place, but I think they're kind of interesting. It's nice to see how people set up their places. Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about my garbage. Right off the bat, I have a coffee scrub here by Jealous Body. This was their... Actually, this really annoys me. So you tear off the top, clearly, because you got to open your product, but the type of scrub it was on the top. So I don't have that any longer. I'm pretty sure this was the Grapeseed one, which is intended for use for people who have acne-prone skin. I'm not one of those people. I didn't really need it for that purpose, but I do really like the Jealous Body Scrub coffee scrubs because I feel like they're quite moisturizing and they smell so freaking good. They're a little bit of a mess in the shower. You do have to kind of like hose down the walls afterwards because coffee basically ends up everywhere, but they are really, really nice. If I had to recommend one though, I'd say get the original one. It's kind of in like a blue type packaging. That's my favorite one, and I feel like it leaves like the softest oil left on your skin without being too greasy. That being said, I do really like Jealous Body. I finished an enormous container of shower gel. I'm never doing this again. I'm never buying this 750 ml size again because it's just too much. By the time I get to the bottom, I'm sick and tired of the body wash. That being said, I love the Body Shop and I love their shower gels. I especially like this pink grapefruit shower gel. I have been using this scent since I was probably 14, maybe 13, so going on a good 20 years at this point. That's how much I like this particular scent. The Body Shop ones in general are super foamy. They all smell really good, although clearly it depends on your preference for scents. But they do the job. They do the job well, they smell good, and they are always a staple in my skincare routine. I finished off a Fresh Cream shampoo, shower gel, and bubble bath by Philosophy. Truth be told, I didn't love the Fresh Cream scent. I think it's a little too cloying for my taste. It's very sweet. It does smell good, but it's too thick almost, much like Fresh Cream. I did end up using this as a bubble bath as opposed to a shower gel just because I kind of wanted to run through it a little bit quicker. I have never used these as a shampoo and I have no desire to, so I can't vouch for it in that respect. But as a bubble bath, it was okay. It didn't produce as much bubbles as I would like. I kind of just want like the exorbitant amount of bubbles that take over everything. But it was perfectly adequate. I do in general prefer these as shower gels, but because I wasn't in love with the scent, I just wanted to use it as a bubble bath. I have a facial cleanser here by Biore. This is their baking soda pore cleanser, and I love Biore. I really liked it in my early teens when I first noticed the brand, but then they kind of reformulated and repackaged later on when I turned about like 18 and towards my 20s, and I didn't love it then, but I'm back to liking it now. I've always loved their pore strips, however. I'm more talking about like their facial cleansers because I feel like they've really transformed over the years. Anyway, I am back to being on the Biore train. I really, really like this cleanser. It feels really good. There are some scrubby bubbles in here that you can really exfoliate your face with, but it's not too aggressive where you feel like you're like scraping your skin off. And for me, the biggest point is always liking the scent, and this is so nice. I couldn't even tell you what it smells like other than clean, but I love this product and I would absolutely repurchase it. I have a mask here by Dermalogica. This is their Charcoal Rescue Mask. It's one of those gray masks that you put on your face, and I think it's intended to detoxify, brighten, and invigorate all skin conditions. I think it was nice. Did I notice a huge amount of change in my skin after I used it? No, but I enjoyed using it. I did find that this was a little bit difficult to remove. I would try to take it off with a face towelette, and I felt like it always kind of left some residue behind, so I did usually end up going with my Cell Solution soaked cotton pad and removing the excess, but I did enjoy it. So take from that what you will. I have a face mask here. This is the Skin Therapy Refreshing Green Tea Mask. I've gone through several of these. They were a gift to me by my brother-in-law. I quite like them. I'm not a fan of sheet masks in general, but I did like this one because it did feel invigorating. It does say hydrating on the back, and I did feel that, and it was quite soothing. It must be something to do with the green tea aspect of it, but I did really enjoy these. I have a pair of mosquito lashes here, which makes me so sad. I love these lashes intensely. I think they are some of the easiest lashes to wear because they conform to my eye shape really well, and I think that's down to the cotton band that they rest on. However, while I have worn these quite a few times at this point, I didn't want to throw them out because they are hella expensive. These things are not cheap. But I came home one night, drunk, and decided I wanted to clean my lashes off after taking them off. What a mistake that was. I ended up pulling out the band in the middle of the lash, and I was just like, well, you've done ruined them. So I love these to death. I think they are some of the best lashes on the market, albeit for a very steep price tag. But the only reason I have to get rid of these is because I ruined them myself. These in particular, if you're wondering about the style, are the Lash Name Desire, and these were my absolute favorites. I do have another pair called Lash Lorette, and they're pretty, but I like these the most. Next up is a face wash, and this is by Pure and Simple. This is their Sensitive Cleansing Milk. I was not in love with this. I feel like the scent was a little bit off-putting. Yeah, it's a little bit almost too natural for me. What I did like about this though is that it was pretty gentle on the skin, and I really liked using this with that kind of konjac sponge. I thought that combined with this was a really nice combination because it just helped really push the product into my skin and really like wash my face in the morning. What was a little bit strange about this though is that I think I got this in February. I'm not positive about that though. And it had an expirate in June, and I didn't really realize that until I was rummaging through my skincare and just happened upon the expiration date, which is on the bottom. And I was like, oh, I need to use this up immediately. So I finished this up just towards the end of June. But I mean, like, I feel like that's a really fast turnaround on how quickly you should use a product. And in the end, I just wasn't in love with it. It was okay, but not something I would ever purchase. One product that I have repurchased, and oh, it's kind of gunky, gross. This is the Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrub. This is their Brazilian nut scent. Oh, I love this stuff so much. I would open it and sniff it, but it's already goobering on me, so I don't really want to do that. I have gone through 3 tubes of this, and I'm pretty sure I have 2 more in my cupboard ready to go. This is so lovely. I can only ever buy it at Ulta because I have no other idea where you could get this, but it's goopy and it's wonderful smelling, and because it's sugar granules, it does a great job of exfoliating your body. I can't say enough good things about this, and I will continue to repurchase it, particularly in this scent. This is the only one I'm really taken with. I feel like the others just weren't really up my alley. Brazilian nut is the way to go. I have finished up a Johnson's baby shampoo. I use this to cleanse my makeup brushes. I think I said recently in my haul that I go through one about every 6 to 8 months. I think that's accurate. I only ever buy this when it's on sale. I can't stand paying full price for something at the drugstore. I think this regularly goes for $7.99 Canadian, but I usually wait till it drops to about $2.99 or $3.99. So I've already repurchased this, and honestly I can see there's actually enough at the bottom of this. I don't know why I didn't get that out on the last try, but I'm gonna dump that into my new container, and I'm just gonna keep going with this stuff because it cleans my brushes the best. To talk about some makeup products here, I have the Art Deco High Precision Liquid Liner. This is the shade 01, which is black. This actually, I think, beats out my Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. I feel like this didn't splay as much towards the end of its life. And I had this for quite a long time. I think I got it October 2016. This was a PR sample. But the thing that's a little bit dicey for me is I think this is actually $6 more than the Kat Von D one. I'm not sure, I'm positive on that, but this is 28 Canadian and I think the Kat Von D one is 22. However, more recently, my Kat Von D tattoo liners, the brush tip has started to splay a little bit and I'm not really sure what's causing that. So I've been enjoying this because it hasn't been splaying at the end. And if you're not familiar with the Kat Von D one, it's identical to this one, really. Or if you're not familiar with the Art Deco one, this is identical to the Kat Von D one. This is a brush tip pen style applicator liquid eyeliner, and that is my absolute favorite kind of liquid liner. I just wish that they made them in matte black. This is the same as the Kat Von D one in the sense that there is a very faint hint of a sheen to the liner. It's not enough to make me stop using it, but I just wish it wasn't there. But I actually think I like this one better than the Kat Von D one, which I never really thought I would say, but there you have it. This will be no surprise. I have a NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This is the taupe shade. I go through this regularly throughout the year. I'm using these constantly. This is the quickest and fastest way that I know how to do my brows. It is so painless. I have these on hand at all times. I'm finally throwing out a Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara. I say finally because I tend to keep waterproof mascara for something like a year before I throw it out. But it's pretty much because I only use it maybe twice a month and I don't see the point in chucking something out after 3 months when I've only used it twice. I really have no need for waterproof mascara on the daily, so I just use it when I know I'm gonna get rained on or where it's gonna be super sweaty. This is identical in shape to the regular Better Than Sex mascara. Now, for me, this was absolutely waterproof. I could put this on my eyes, wait for it to dry, granted, and then rub my eyes with water and I would have no problem. I have, however, seen that some people tend to get a lot of transfer with this, and I have no idea what causes that. I don't have a problem with it. I know some of my other friends don't. Caitlin for sure loves this mascara to death. She has a YouTube channel and a blog. I will link her down below. And for me it worked, but I know it doesn't work for everybody, so I think it's worth trying out, but it's also a very high-end mascara, so if you don't like it, by the way, return it to Sephora. There's no harm in that. I have a toner here by Pixi. This is the infamous Glow Tonic Exfoliating Toner. I liked it, but I couldn't tell you what it actually did for my face. I think toners are one of those weird things where you just hope it's doing something and then heaven only knows. I have noticed no difference in my skin now that I've stopped using it because I ran through it, and I noticed no difference when I started using it. So maybe this just isn't something that is targeted towards my kind of skin. It was nice to use. I don't mind adding extra steps to my skincare routine, but I didn't actually feel like it made a difference. I have a body butter here by The Body Shop. This is in their Shea Butter scent, which is one of my more favorite scents from The Body Shop, along with that pink grapefruit one. I just think this smells not so feminine, which is kind of why I like it. It's more of a, well, it's more of a nutty scent, which would explain the shea butter, but it's more neutral. It's less in your face feminine or masculine. It's just kind of in the middle. So I do really like the Body Shop's body butters, but I find them very thick and I can only really apply them once a week. I feel like if I wear it too often, it gets stuck to too much of my clothing and I just don't like that. So what I tend to do is apply this at night before I go to bed, and then I'll just have to deal with kind of like sticky sheets because it's so thick. I mean, there's no getting around that. You're gonna put like a glob of this on your legs or your arms and you're just gonna have a little bit of oily residue or thickness from the cream until it completely sinks in, which it can't do in 30 minutes. So I think it's good and hydrating, but I only use it very occasionally. I have a pack of wipes here by Boots number 7. This is their Beautiful Skin Quick Thinking Wipes. This says that it does remove waterproof mascara, which it does, but it's not as good as my Neutrogena hydrating wipes. If I had to pick like a second place wipes, this would be it because they are quite good. And also it comes with 30, which I hugely appreciate because so many of these wipes only come with 25 and I don't like it. They should come with 30. There's 30 days in a month and that's how many wipes should come in my packet as far as I'm concerned. But again, Neutrogena hydrating ones are slightly better than these. These are a good second place item though. Next up, I have a moisturizer by The Body Shop. This is their Drops of Youth Cream. This is kind of a foamy gel consistency. It's not quite cream where it's like thick. It's more like a gel that's been whipped vigorously, so it's kind of fluffy, I guess. This is not my favorite scent by The Body Shop. I feel like it's kind of like green herbal and it's a little bit too much for me. It is of a thinner consistency and it is something that I would only really use in the summer because I don't feel like it's good enough for the winter for my drier skin then. It's okay, but it's not something I would repurchase because I just didn't feel like it was enough moisture even for the summer. I have a few more face masks here, but they're covered in that Brazilian nut sugar scrub, so it's kind of gross. This is another refreshing green tea mask. I've already said that I really like this. This is the second one in that pile. The other mask is by Avon, and this is their Brightening Sheet Mask with White Pearl Essence. I did really like the smell of it. It did feel fine on my skin. Did I notice any kind of brightening? No, not really. But again, I never really do with brightening products, so there you have it. The baby sample size here of the Too Faced Glitter Glue. This is their Glitter Shadow Primer. I love this stuff. I use it all the time for any time that I'm going to be wearing a glitter, like lit cosmetics or any kind of like loose, dusty glitter. I find that this works the best for my lids and it doesn't crease, which is amazing. However, I will notice creasing if the product has gotten really old. I'm talking around like the 2-year mark. That's when I will notice creasing. But aside from that, this stuff is fantastic. I have a much beloved top coat here. This is the Seche Vive top coat, not Vite, Vive, V-I-V-E. This stuff is incredible. I didn't know what I was missing in a quick dry top coat until I started using this. Now this is the only top coat that I ever use on top of my polish. And you don't know what you're missing. If you have never used a quick dry top coat, you have no idea how tough your life is until you try this. This makes everything better. It dries my top coat. It doesn't shrink the polish like I have heard that Seche Vive does. And it just makes them really glossy and kind of plumped up, which I really enjoy. Seche Vive is a total winner and I've already bought 2 more and I'm already digging through another bottle of this. I have finished up one of the Tarte Quench Lip Rescues. I love these so much. This is in the shade Nude and it is gone. It is done. They are minty, glossy. They have a little bit of a color to them, so they're not just totally like a plain balm on your lips. You will find that you go through these products kind of quickly, but I ain't mad about it. I really enjoyed wearing this, and this was something that I just kept in my office and I pulled out of my drawer whenever I wanted to put something on my lips that wasn't like a lipstick or a lip gloss, just something really hydrating, but that gave me a little bit of a boost of color. I'm currently digging my way through the other tubes that I have because I have the rest of the collection and I love them all equally. I think they're absolutely fantastic and an absolute must-have item. I have another shower gel here by Philosophy. This is their Hot Cocoa Flamenco. It's got some hair on it. We're just gonna ignore that. I like the smell of this one. It smells more like cocoa than it does like spicy cocoa or anything like that. This is their smaller tubes, which are great, I think, for just trying out a scent and finding out if you like it. I did like the scent. It's not my top favorite one, so I doubt I would repurchase this, although I think this was a gift from a friend. But it was nice to try out anyway. Oh, I have a product here that I really loved. This is the Sephora brand Intensive Instant Moisture Plus Cream. There's hyaluronic acid booster in it. This is a moisturizer and I think it is glorious. I use this down to the very bare bones. I love the smell of it, which is something that is important to me in my face care products. I felt like this worked wonders on my skin. I think it's incredible. I was so pleased with this moisturizer, and it's not often that I get blown away with just a face cream. But I really like this. And while this was a PR sample, I would 100% recommend getting this, and I will buy it when I eventually run through my plethoras of face cream that I want to finish up. But hands down, this is one of my top favorites of all time for face creams. I love this product. I have a mini shower gel here by The Body Shop. This is their Fuji Green Tea. This is in their mini sizes, which I actually really appreciate for traveling. Like, to carry this kind of container on like a week-long vacation or a 2-week vacation, I think is fantastic. I didn't love the Fuji Green Tea scent. It just wasn't really up my alley. I don't tend to like green smells. No. I like more aquatic scents, and this was just too much on the green side of things, so wasn't a huge fan of this. But again, I really like The Body Shop's shower gel, so I can't recommend those enough. Just pick a scent that you like. And frankly, I like trying out new things, so I discovered I don't like this, but hey, that doesn't stop me from buying other things from The Body Shop. I have a serum here by, well, it's sold by Deciem, but I get really confused about their products. This is labeled Hylamide SubQ Anti-Age Advanced Serum, and I think this is produced by Deciem. Don't quote me on that. It's a serum. I put it on my face. I've heard people recommend these before, but I didn't notice a difference. Like, if you have used this before, tell me what you noticed different in your skin, because I can't tell, guys. Like, I can't tell. Anyway, it was fine. It didn't seem to negatively react to my face, nor did it seem to enhance anything, but I mean, it was fine. I have some eyeshadow primers here, and just to reiterate this, I have to use 2 eyeshadow primers on my eyes. I can't do it with one. I get creasing constantly, and it doesn't matter if it's high end or low end, I just have to use 2. It's the way of things. I've tried everything at this point. So I have been using these 2 in conjunction. Actually, it must have been quite a while ago because I completely forgot about them. This is the Jessie's Girl eyeshadow primer. It's kind of a thin consistency, and it comes out on a wand. There is not a ton of product in this, but it is relatively inexpensive, and you can buy it at the drugstore. So that's pretty convenient for somebody who wants just a quick, cheap one. And then the other one I have here is by Art Deco, and this is their eyeshadow base. I used this up, but I wasn't a huge fan of it, primarily because it had a bit of a hint of a sheen to it. Actually, I think more than a hint. It did have like some little sparkles in it, which I found really bizarre. And also the other bizarre thing is that this smells like Irish Spring soap, like the kind that your dad used to wear or use. It was so strange to be putting eyeshadow primer on my eyes and thinking about like my dad's bar of soap. But there you have it. So wasn't a huge fan on the consistency and look of it, and the smell was just weird. I wouldn't really recommend this just because those things were so strange, but I mean, it did do the job. It was fine when I used it with other eyeshadow primers, so I mean, I guess it's okay. And I have a perfume here that I absolutely loved. This is the Pacifica French Lilac. Someone's gonna correct me on that. Rollerball perfume. Oh. This brings me back so many memories, and not because I owned this particular perfume, but my mom bought me some kind of French lilac perfume when I was like probably 8 years old, and I had this big old bottle of it that there was no chance I was ever getting through of it, but it smelled identical to this, and it just makes me happy. So I would absolutely buy this again. I think the smell was delicious, and I think this was pretty cheap. I got this for like maybe 11 bucks at a like health food store, and it lasted a good long time. It's not like I ran through it really quickly. Really like this one. All right, now I've got a few little samples left, so I'm just gonna run through them kind of quickly because I don't find samples that interesting in Empties videos. And they're all really gross too. This is the Pixi Glow Mud Cleanser. I did actually really like this. It smelled good, which I was not expecting from a mud cleanser. Did the job, washed my face. And then I have a Philosophy Renewed Hope in a Jar Moisturizer. I really like this stuff. I think I actually have a full-size bottle, but I keep going through these mini tubes because I keep getting them from Sephora. Really, really like these. And then I have a Philosophy Purity Made Simple 3-in-1 cleanser for face and eyes. I think I have heard that you can remove your makeup with this, but I don't use it that way. I use this primarily as a face wash. I like this. I think it works well, but I'm not keen on the scent. Yeah, it's not a great scent to me. Kind of like bug spray, honestly. I do like the way it works though, so I would absolutely use a full size of it, but it's just not the greatest scent ever. And then I have, by The Face Shop, this is their Daily Perfumed Hand Cream. interesting to note, it is perfumed. I know not a lot of people like scented hand cream because I feel like it can really exacerbate any kind of like cracks that you have in your fingers or on your hand if your hand is particularly dry. I did like this though. I did like the scent. I used this at night when I was going to bed and I just needed something to put on my hands. So this was nice for me. And then one product that I really like is by L'Occitane, and my mom always gives me these little samples because she doesn't especially like this scent, but I really like it. This is their almond milk delicious hands. It's just a moisturizer for your hands. I love the scent of this almond one in particular so much. So I should really pick up a full size at some point, but in the meantime I'll just take my mom's cast-offs. And then, because of this apartment move, I've been trying to go through all these perfume samples that I have and that are also covered in hair. Guys, it's disgusting. I think I just need a new bag at this point because so I've used up the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Bourbon. I didn't think I was gonna like this at first, but oh man, did I fall hard for this thing. It smells basically like hard alcohol and like you've been in a bar for a while. That may not sound appealing to a lot of people, but it's dark, it's musky, it's alcoholic, it's sexy. It's a really interesting perfume. I would consider buying a bigger size. Obviously this is a sample size. I would consider purchasing a full size, but I'd probably get like a rollerball because I don't really think I'd wear enough to justify like one of those huge ones, but it is a really good scent. Then I have one here by Acqua di Gio. I used to think that this was called Acqua di Gio, and now I'm wondering if they just changed the name because it smells a bit differently. Because I don't remember it smelling like this. Anyway, this was okay. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but you know, I used it up. And then this other one that I feel like I'm not supposed to like because it's such like a throwback to velour tracksuits. This is Viva La Juicy Gold Couture, and I really like the Viva La Juicy perfumes. I think they're really good smelling. So all I can think about is going to university for my first year in 2002, and all these girls had velour tracksuits that said juicy on the butt, and I thought it was the grossest thing ever. Also because they were wearing stilettos with these tracksuits at 8 in the morning for class. So that's my lasting impression of juicy, but I really like these perfumes. All right, that's all done for my empties. I have no more garbage to talk about, and I'm happy about that because I feel like this ran on for a really long time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.